So to begin with, let's start with the social media. How social media is showing success of entrepreneurs. The moment we start scrolling reels, right, we only see the success and charm of the entrepreneurs coming with the big vehicles, etc. But what, according to you, is an entrepreneurship, and how the actual entrepreneurs start, and what is the story behind the success? Can it be provided?
Entrepreneurship is all about execution. It's not about show. So the lot of people are saying brag up technology and their new ideas or something like that. But the main thing here is how well they are able to execute. That's what matters. So when you talk about execution, you should be clear who is your customer. You should be clear whether your idea is satisfied with their needs. You should be clear about how different you are from the other existing products. You should be clear about what is the advantages in your product compared to the other existing ones. You should be clear about whether the customer is ready to buy your solution. If whatever strong or whatever good your idea technology may be, if you're not clear about these things which I just mentioned, it's all waste of time.
Right. But the struggle behind the success is huge, because I have seen entrepreneurs with sleepless nights,
Yes.
zero funds in their bank, but still they have to pay their salaries, they have to pay their liabilities, etc.
Yes.
But nobody's speaking about this part of entrepreneurship, and they're just showing only the end result. So, is this the right way of approach that what we are giving to the young generation of entrepreneurs? That
No, let's say we need to show the success stories. We need to tell the chance of an entrepreneur. At the same time, as you mentioned, we should also tell the Gen Z about how they got to that point.
right, that no one is speaking about, right? And what makes a startup different? Because I know that you speak to many of the founders, like, on daily basis. People approach you, and being a director at an incubation center, you will see hundreds of people coming in. So how do you gauge those founders? For example, if you have to incubate someone into your system, what would be the criteria there? How would you judge that particular founder, whether he will work actually or
Very simple. We have some 3 or 4 very simple parameters. Parameter number one is how unique is their idea. Parameter number two, whether their idea or solution satisfies the customer's need. And parameter number three, is it workable and will it generate profits? This simple 4 parameters. This holds true anywhere, not only in our incubator, entire world. Anybody which see is what.
but if I am an of a San model, right? I have no idea what needs to be done exactly. So what are the no, three biggest mistakes usually a missile founders go to, which you have seen in your career?
The one major mistake is usually the start initiation point itself. Their clarity on the problem statement and uh, the target customer is wrong. That's what I have observed in many of some of the cases where they have failed. And second one would be what I can say is they burn a lot of cash with customer acquisition.
Right.
That is another major mistake. So this happens only when they are copycats. So they just read some article in TechCrunch and they try to bring it here.
Correct.
So in those cases, it can happen. So my advice is don't be exactly copycat. If something works in Europe or America, it's not that it has to work here.
Correct.
So you should study the market here. You should validate your idea. You should study the customer needs. Only then go ahead. So idea validation at the beginning stage is very important. That's a very solid foundation. That is where many people.
Completely agree to this part of us. And also now, currently you are serving as a CEO for GSSS IT and or TI. So before this, if in case, if anyone wants to know what exactly are you and where did you start from? So can you just put a light about something about your career path?
Yeah. So 12 years of experience in EDI, Development Network India, and EDI and So there they are in various positions like project officer, team leader, faculty. So there I was out and out. I was involved in developing micro entrepreneurs, then training the faculties of colleges such as this engineering colleges to set up GDCs, entrepreneurship cells, then helping them to set up incubators. So I have helped a lot of colleges to set up incubators, and then even trained several back officials and government officials on how to assess an entrepreneur, how to assess anybody who comes for a loan, asking for a loan, and then how what kind of methodologies they can apply to mentor and train entrepreneurs. So all these things I have done when I was PDA. So then after that, uh, I was served as a mentor at Adult Incubation Center in Bangalore.
Thanks.
And then for 3 years, I was a freelance consultant. I was consulting a lot of startups and incubators. Then for 4 years, I was in Chennai as a deputy general manager at and in an academy for social entrepreneurship. So basically, I was there to build a social enterprise ecosystem there. So during this, so after that, I got GSSS. So during this tenure, I have been involved in guiding several colleges to set up incubators, several entrepreneurs to execute their ideas, then help a lot of people to raise funds or get grants or loans, and even mentor a lot of entrepreneurs to scale their business. So this is what. So throughout your journey, what I see is that most of the time you have spent with Taiwan cities, right? And not exactly tied to where. Now, what brings you to a Tier 2 city as a CEO, and what is your aim? Because now Tier 1 cities are kind of saturated with entrepreneurs. Now it is time for Tier 2 and Tier 3 cities to pitch in. So how can an incubator center like GSSSTBIF can help these Tier 2 cities scale out in their entrepreneurship journeys? Yeah. So what you mentioned is exactly right. So as the country is we need to develop and go to the next level. Developing this type of cities is very essential. Because India stays in its rural areas. Whether whatever we may brag about ITBT or all these things. 60 to 65% of population are there in the agricultural and rural areas, and nearly 40% of employment is generated with through type of agriculture and farming sector. So, creating this innovation ecosystem and this entrepreneurship culture is very important in Tier 2 diversities. Because, as you mentioned rightly, this ecosystem is very much present in Tier 1 city, like Bangalore, Delhi, Mumbai. And it is very much in need of the other if trying to digest this. Many people don't have the knowledge or they are not exposed to these kind of things and in childhood diagnosis. So that is where incubators such as ours is very significant. So what we are doing in GSSTBIF is we are targeting the areas like Mandya, Mysore, Chamarajanagar, Ramnagar, Hassan, where there is no reach out on these kind of ecosystem building initiatives. And we are opening up to the innovators here with ignition grant of up to 10 lakhs. So we are offering 10 lakhs ignition grant, which is a non-repayable money. So we are giving this money to innovators who are working in the areas of agri-tech, food tech, and healthcare. And apart from this, we are also offering the incubation space, co-working space, and even we are opening up our prototype development facilities, wherein we have a lot of equipments related to food tech, medicine, and then even electronic related equipments. So the innovators they can come here and use these equipment on higher basis. So they even purchase the machine and lock their money as an asset. Rather, they can use the money as a when for their liquid requirements, maybe like consumables, raw materials, test marketing, salaries, or prototype development. So for these things, they can use this whatever the money they have. And for machinery, they can come and use it at our facility. And we're also helping the innovators here to get their product in the market. So in all these aspects, we are supporting. So what you mean to say is, well, a person gets incubated away. Yeah. Starting from validating your idea,
getting initial grants to kickstart their career, and the mentorship till the core market strategy. Until then, unless they are ready to scale up, they are here to hand over those people and guide them throughout the job.
One more thing, once they are having the prototype at the market, they have done the test marketing. We are also capable of connecting with the investors, angel investors for higher funding, for commercialization and scale.
So now, when we are talking about funding, etc., there are people who has this misconception that grants are just a myth, that most people will not get those grants. Government is saying that they'll give you the grants, but people say that hey, it is just like that. If we will never receive it. How far this particular thing is true? Because I have seen people from your own incubation center. I have seen a farmer who is just a sixth standard passed out, or make it not. And she is fitting something with this knee now, and she is really operating up an electrolyte drink and alternative for an ORS. So people are getting those things. And how can we break this myth with this particular generation?
Yeah, it's not a myth. We have big well startups here, technology incubator. All of them have got the funding. The brand which I mentioned, at least one or two tranches they have got. So as I mentioned, one of the beneficiaries is a farmer, not they are very educated. The company name is RGFC Private Limited. They have developed they are developing electrolyte liquid using Mira as a base material with some 2-3 other components, which is their own IP. It's not a substitute or alternative to ORS. They are developing it as a cure for dairy, which is not there at this moment. So now it is in the clinical trial space. So they have they have been sanctioned around 6 lakhs from this. They have got 2 patches. One more company was recently, which I think today they have listed as for some discussion. They are developing AI-based product which can predict cancer before it reaches first stage. So the company name is on. So they got 5.5 lakhs bonus. They got the first trades release. So it's not with things are happening, people are getting the credit.
It's just that people are not aware. So the chat talk like for it. How do we get those funds? And also, I have seen few people saying that once I get the grant, I will just take the money and I right. But as an incubator setter, how are we monitoring whether this particular funds are being used for the right channels? And also, one question which most of the founders these days will have is, if I am investing everything into this particular business, what is in it for me? Can they take a part of it as a salary as well? So can you just explain me about these two parts?
Yes, first question, how do we monitor? So we are actually, as you mentioned, we don't want people who come here just for money. And also we don't want people who show up here only when we are releasing the patches. So we want people who can come here, stay here, run their operations here, engage with the ecosystem, we are build the ecosystem. So that is why we are asking the innovators to register to our pre-incubation program. It's a 6-week pre-incubation program. So every week, 2 days online, 1 day offline sessions will happen. And at the end of each week, we will be giving them milestones. So based on the performance, we will shortlist and ask the shortlisted innovators to present their ideas in the last week. So in the last week, there are pitch presentations. We are going to select the final ones for funding. So only those who got selected in the last week pitch sessions, they will get the first. So it will have a lot of uh, due diligence and we will have a lot of filtering mechanisms. So through this pre-incubation program, we have to select the right reliable innovators to get the fund.
So it is not like you come here.
It's not like
It's a procedure.
yeah, that is a procedure because we want only those who are really executing their ideas and engage in the ecosystem. We want only those kind of people.
Okay.
So we are following this mechanism. And the second question, so first is the selecting the innovators. And
This salary the part. If
okay,
they are the founders, take a part of the grant as the day.
Okay, as per our guidelines, whatever the grant we are giving, they have been used this money for procurement of raw materials, consumables, consultancy expenses, and travel, R&D, R&D cost, and parent study. So, in whatever the grants we are giving, there is no provision for salary. But once they reach the prototype stage and then they want to go to the market or do the test marketing, then we connect them with the investors.
Oh,
So there they can have a salary part. So in the grant part, what we are giving, there's no salary.
but they can use it for all their other expenses.
Yeah.
That, maybe their travel, which they might have to other cities. Or if, for example, now as a founder, I have received the grant, and there is one conference or there is one expo, business expo somewhere else as you can tell. So can I use this conference? So this will come under business travel. That's
The salary, the operate, it's not that we are very, it's
That is
government regulation. So that is over the years, it has been observed that it was misused.
Mm.
As far as like the grants that were given, it was misused. Like they would just apport it as salary and no progress was made.
Mm.
Product was not built, right, and the idea was not executed. So that is why, as per the government graduates, salary part is not there. It is grant.
And also, as you say that you will know meeting many farmers and sahabs, has there been any plan part wherein no, a founder has come to pitch you an idea and immediately know it would not work and have you rejected such people?
No, we have not rejected outright. We are bold to either be a part of this pre-incubation program or we have suggested them certain changes. And if they have open and positive, if they take it in the right spirit and they are able to execute or remove those changes and come back, then we have supported such people.
Nice. Then, so if in case if I come and then if my idea is that I have an opportunity where my idea could be validated and corrected, and I can again apply and proceed for this. That's an amazing thing which shall are doing right now. And one last question: if let's assume that I am just a 21-year-old guy with no idea, maybe a student, I'm still currently a pursuing my studies. I come to you and states that I want to start something. I want to become an entrepreneur. So what are the what is the support which I get from this particular incubation center, and how can I build something from no idea stage to a product?
Yeah. So there are three aspects. Point number one, as I mentioned earlier, pre-incubation program. So whether you have made OID, you can register in our program. So during the 6 weeks, we are training the participants on the aspects of problem identification, identifying the right take points, design thinking, develop the idea, the solution, validation, everything. So they'll get to learn how to develop an idea, how to evaluate the customer, how to execute the idea of those things. There will be that knowledge as well as expert guidance. If the participant is a student, we are conducting a program called Area Information for students, college students. So that is a 3 month program. So if the student enrolls in this program, at the end of the third month, they will get the fund. And if they are not come to either between incubation or the idea or incubation, they can just walk in. We are ready to mentor them and train them. But my suggestion is better to enroll in a pre-incubation program because there they can meet a lot of mentors and experts, people from industry, people who have started the startup and they are being successful, investors, government officials, such people will be handling the situations. So then I guess very good knowledge and exposure and further guidance also they'll get some such tools.
In this case, even if I'm coming with open area,
Yeah.
with this particular kind of programs, I'll be equipped enough. So, but that by the end of the program, I'll have something of my
Yes.
which I can present in front of the jury. And if I can also get a grant. Or if not, even if I'm not receiving any grant, I can start something on my own.
Yes, if in case in the end of the 6th week they are not selected, we would have suggested there is some changes or refinement. So we'll give them another 2 or 3 months time. After 3 months, they can come back to us and pitch their refined idea. At that time, we'll not charge them any money. That's it. So if they have done their job very well and defined their idea to an executive level, definitely we use fund at that stage.
So overall, as a holistic view, if I say that this particular center or what you're doing right now is like come with both total area. We are here to guide you. We want you to start something of your and we will help you get the grants through government support. And we will make sure that your idea becomes a product and product becomes a success in coming future.
Yes.
And that's a wonderful journey and wonderful step, which especially in people of tier 2 and tier 3 cities can make use of. Because Bangalore and other tier 1 cities are immensely equipped with these type of sectors, but not these cities.
Yes.
So I really hope that one day our city, Mysore, will be known for the best entrepreneurs produced within the market and the many of the products which are built in Mysore are new.
Definitely. And this center, our incubation center, is supported by DSC, Department of Science and Technology. So whatever the English grants they are offering to the startups, it is funded from DSC.
Then again, a wonderful opportunity for these incubators also connect with those organizations and to be very far up, build a network of community. So it was a great no experience speaking to you, sir, and also have learned many things like how incubators work and how can founder from no idea to successful business you can build. And I hope that this journey continues throughout.
Thank you for your support and your role in building civil system is very much because people like you, when you come and speak to us, the mark, none of the people who are watching your podcast, they'll wait to know about this. So your role is very.
Thank you so much, sir. That is our own main intention to reach to the most of the people and influence people to start something from zero. Because this channel was also created with zero, and you can also see the setup over here. It is very basic and very minimal. And it's not that if you have to start something, you need to have funds. That is what we did the day, and we are recording this journey you out so that we can also influence people that
Is the very big misconception.
right.
Generally, people think that they need to start an enterprise, they need lakhs of rupees.
True.
Even with 5,000 rupees, 10,000 rupees, they can start their own enterprise. That's what I have done in my career. There are a lot of people, they started their enterprise with 5,000 rupees. So that's a very big myth.
It's just that you need to have that dedication and show up epic, and one day you will definitely will have.